MYSD spectrum. Of course, this is a platform where we shine a spotlight on the impactful work of the Lagos State Ministry of Youth and Social Development. Of course, as Maya Angelou once said, do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better. The Lagos State government has demonstrated its commitment to rehabilitation and reintegration of individuals in need through various initiatives and programs. And today, the Ministry of Youth and Social Development's Rehabilitation Department, of course, they play a critical role in providing holistic care and support to individuals undergoing rehabilitation. Today, we are joined by, representatives from the Rehabilitation Department, and we'll be discussing their work, we'll be discussing their initiatives, the programs, and everything aimed at promoting rehabilitation and reintegration. So do me a favor, if you're the only one listening in, tell your friend to tell a friend to tune in so you can learn more about the ministry's efforts to support individuals in need and, of course, empower them to reach their full potential. My name is Akan Usen, welcoming you to the show. Of course, as we go along, we'll definitely be giving you, traffic feeds to help your commute. Trust that we also would love to hear from you, your feedback, your suggestions, your questions on grey areas you do not understand, or perhaps you feel there's something that you can contribute. Feel free to connect with us, 091-538-77127. That is our number, 091-538-77127. But perhaps if you just want to send a question or you just want to comment via WhatsApp, 080-991-20777. All right, with us, we have two guests, from the Rehabilitation Department. First, I would like to welcome Mr. Otunla Tunji. He is a Deputy Director, Social Welfare Rehabilitation Department. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
So great to have you with us. I hope traffic was not a bother at all. Great having you with us. You're so welcome. And also, just beside him, we have Mr. Beecroft Adegoriola. He is the Deputy Director, Rehabilitation Department, in charge of Rehabilitation and Vocational Training Center, Isheri. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you for having me. Good evening, Lagosians.
Great having you.
So, listeners all around the world.
Indeed, it's an all men affair today. All right, so straight away, so for the purposes of creating a very for want of a better word, educated foundation, I'll be starting with you, Mr. Otunla Tunji. What is rehabilitation? We hear that word bandied around, but the truth is, if you throw that question at somebody, they would likely give you a half-baked answer because they don't really have a firm grasp of what that means. So the term rehabilitation, what does it mean?
Thank you very much. The Rehabilitation Department is all about, we are responsible for the reformation and restoration.
Reformation?
Reformation.
Restoration.
Yes.
Okay.
The reformation of mentally challenged, destitute, people living with disability, and beggars. And the department is fully funded by the Lagos State government.
You said destitute?
Yes.
Physically challenged, okay.
People living with disability.
People living with disabilities, okay.
Yeah, and beggars.
And beggars, okay. Oh, I don't see anything that has to do with drug addicts. When people hear rehabilitation.
Yes.
Yes.
If we are talking of rehabilitation, is holistic, is expand somehow.
Yeah.
Understand? Like the department, we have a 4 centers.
4 centers, okay.
4 centers. We have a rehabilitation and training center in Majidun.
Okay.
Solely responsible for the care of the mentally challenged.
Okay.
Mentally challenged, destitute, and beggars.
Okay.
And then we have a vocational and rehabilitation center.
Okay.
For persons with disability.
Okay.
They are in charge of people that have one form of disability or the other.
Okay.
And then talking of rehabilitation and vocational training center, we have 2 of them.
Okay.
We have one for male drug dependent, the other one for male drug dependent, the other one is for the female drug dependent.
Okay.
The one for male dependent, that's where my colleague is.
Okay.
As the director in charge of the rehabilitation and vocational training center is Isheri.
Isheri, okay.
The one for female is in Niger. We call it Tajudeen Olusi Rehabilitation and Vocational Center just in Nigeria.
So the last two centers you mentioned are actually for the
drug dependents.
Okay. All right, Mr. Beecroft Adegoriola, of course, I'll be coming to you, and I would want you to weigh in on this. Rehabilitation, what does it mean? And of course, we talk about your this center, what your facility, what you do at your facility.
Thank you. Basically, rehabilitation is just talking about giving somebody back a life that, through one reason or the other, circumstances beyond them or that they cause themselves, giving them back life.
Okay.
It's about helping them to achieve the optimal functioning, independence, and best possible life possible.
Okay.
And it's involved needs assessment.
Okay.
Because no two cases are the same. We'll assess their needs as to what form of intervention they will be requiring.
Yes.
In our facility.
Yes.
And talking about our drug rehabilitation, the Lagos State government rehabilitation intervention as a strategy in the social development space involve, like I said, an evaluation needs assessment,
okay,
going through psychosocial support, going through medication, going through empowerment now. Empowerment so that they can have independence living. Whatever might have, talking about rehabilitation now.
Yes.
So that
that's
whatever
the focus for you,
yes,
for your center.
So
okay.
that whatever might have been the issue that led them to drug, we can as well help them out in coping with those pressure,
okay,
rather than using drug as a means of coping with the pressure.
Okay, great one. Okay, so Mr. Otunla Tunji, of course, with the rehabilitation department, can we talk about the programs the department offers? Now, you've mentioned those centers, but of course, I know it's not just. So let's talk about the entire entirety of the programs that to support these individuals in need. What are the programs you offer?
Like in the rehabilitation department,
yes,
because we just admit them to our center.
Okay.
We have a lot of programs for them.
Okay.
Like rightly said about our vocational training center.
Yes.
Vocational training, we train them so that they're self-dependent at the end of their student center. So aside from that, like you rightly said, on issue of to counsel them.
Yes.
We counsel them. We try to do a kind of one-on-one counseling and then group counseling.
Okay, so that's the how does it start? What's the process like? Yes, please. If you can weigh in.
Basically, depending on the intervention required.
Yes.
Like he has rightly stated, we have 4 government-owned rehabilitation centers in the state.
Yes.
And like the drug rehabilitation centers now, both for the male and the female, the process involves the applicant putting up a letter that they need intervention, they need rehabilitation.
Does it have to be from the applicant or
the relative? The relative, yes.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily. The applicant might not necessarily be the rehabilitator himself,
because the person might not be in his right state of mind.
Definitely, that's why they need rehabilitation.
Okay.
Because they are not in their right frame of mind. That's why they need rehabilitation. So they will write an application to the permanent secretary,
okay,
Ministry of Youth and Social Development. So after the application, we'll carry out some in-house investigation, social inquiry to know the root cause of the program. Then they will now be asked to go for medical examination in government hospital, secondary government hospital. Presently, we use Bagada General Hospital.
Okay.
So they will go for medical intervention, medical evaluation.
Yes.
And the essence of the medical evaluation is to find out the drug they are using first, and to see that they are medically stable to be in our facility.
Okay.
So upon that being done,
when you say medically stable, how do you mean?
So that there are no health issues that are beyond what we can manage in our facility.
Okay.
We need to know their health status. It's not just bringing them in, because as we are bringing them in, definitely there will be a process whereby they will stay in detoxification for a period of time before they now mix with those rehabilitators that are already in our facility, so that whatever they are bringing from outside, that's why we need those medical evaluation. Excuse me. So that whatever they are bringing from outside, we will have known ahead of time if it is something we can manage, so that our in-house consultant too can know how to manage whatever health issue they are coming up with into the facility. And once they are given admission,
yes,
the process is they go through detoxification.
Detoxification first, okay.
After detoxification, medication, then psychosocial support.
When you say medication, are these like drugs to help them?
Yes.
Maybe suppress the urge?
Yes,
okay.
Yes. Help them cope with the urge in them.
Okay.
So, and it is not, it's a team of professionals working in all those facilities. We have.
So in your department, you actually have like medical personnel that
we have
with you, okay?
Psychiatric doctors, nurses, nutritionists, psychologists, occupational therapists, social workers. Okay. So it's a multi-team approach in care. Multi-team approach in care. So once they are also in our facility, we engage them in vocation as a form of therapy and also a form of economic empowerment, so that for those that are not doing anything why outside before, they can be empowered. So when upon their release, upon them being certified fit for reintegration, they can have something to fall back on, so that they won't. There is this popular saying, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. So that their mind will not be idle, they will be engaged, and as they are being engaged, they have something to fall back on economically, so that they can make ends meet. That's what we call independent living.
Okay, a great one. That's well said, Mr. Adegoriola. But of course, let's not just lean too much on just the drug dependent. You mentioned the destitute. You mentioned physically challenged. Can we have a bit on this? Can we talk a bit of this? I'd of course be addressing this to you, Mr. Tunji.
Yes. If we are talking of physically challenged and the destitute, because the situation of Lagos State now, most of them, the influence of these people, the influence of beggars into Lagos State is alarming. Most of them they don't really have what they are coming here to do in Lagos State. No, they became stranded and they're walking around the street.
So the process is different as
totally
okay. So take us through that.
Our rescue team will go out to rescue them into our centers. That's major way of.
That's for those that want to be rescued, because I know a few of them actually enjoy this. We see them.
Just that the Lagos State is accommodating.
Yes.
But some of them don't have anything to do in Lagos. They just walk into Lagos probably from the northern state of the country, and have nothing to do. One problem about the street, they became destitute, they became beggars, and etc. In the process, now that's why we have rescue team in our department. They work 24 hours daily across the 20 local government.
How does your rescue team get the information to go to where?
They don't need to get information before they go out. It's a daily occurrence, daily duty. It's a business issue.
They go to investigate.
Go out every day, even both day and night, to rescue them, and they know their hotspot as well. They go around Lagos, as I said earlier.
What if they are met with resistance from these people?
They have security personnel as well.
Okay.
They go along. They go with them. So by the time they get there, they will apprehend them, take them to Rehabilitation Center, especially Majidun, RTC Majidun, Rehabilitation Training Center in Majidun.
Yes.
And then, that's how we rescue them to the center.
Okay. And then from there, you
do
the trainings.
Do this training, because we are doing this to assist them.
Yes.
So that by the time they get out of work, because sometimes we locate their family
members,
and that's why I say reformation and restoration.
But beyond this, how do you monitor to make sure that, I know there's a process where you try to reintegrate them back into society and all that, even with the drug dependent ones. How do you monitor to know that you have
our intervention, success story of our intervention?
Yes.
There is an office in the department, in the ministry, that is called Human Integration. So once they are released,
that's standalone from the rehabilitation.
Standalone.
Okay.
So once they are released, their case file is passed to them, and they begin to do the follow-up to know that yes, these people are living up to what we expect or expected of them. So that's a whole new ball game for that department itself, for that unit itself. It will following up on measuring our intervention to see whether our intervention really works in the life of these people that we said we are rehabilitating or not. And we've been able to have success stories.
Yeah, so how are the statistics like?
Often I might not be able to give you
offhand.
Yes.
Okay.
I might not be able to give you, but we've been able to have success stories. We've seen families that have been looking for somebody that we picked up from the street and brought the picture to our facility.
And you were able to trace it.
And they were able to trace that person, and we reintegrate them. For those that don't have a form of livelihood in Lagos, we liaise with our colleagues in other states for reintegration back to their respective states.
Oh, so there's yes, go on.
Yeah, like rightly said, from the statistic, the last 6 months now, we have reintegrated about 720.
That number,
yes.
720.
The last 6 months.
That's quite a number.
Back to their family.
The family.
Through the home tracing, through the phone call, through the kind of interaction with the destitute or beggars. And this beggar we are talking about, we do prosecute them by Lagos State Task Force.
Okay.
Are
there laws?
There's law. Even there's a law guiding the giver and the taker.
Okay.
In Lagos State. It's just that we are so lenient in Lagos State. And if anyone offers money or anything to the beggars, there's a long grant that supposed to be apprehended.
Okay, I'm sure people are not aware because we are very religious people, we are very spiritual people.
Basically, there is the environmental law in the state. And there is the criminal code of the state too.
Yes.
And there is also the transport law. Because basically what they do is constitute environmental nuisance. And also, you're reporting on traffic now.
Yes.
They also constitute traffic. You see them by the road, running after vehicles, seeking for harm. That's the essence of the Lagos State government setting up the Okubaba destitute camp.
Okay.
So that rather than you being on the street, go to Okubaba, whoever is going to give you something will bring it down to give you, rather than you being on the street, risking your life, exposing yourself unnecessarily to danger. That's why we go out on a daily basis, like he said, to rescue them from the street. And most times, the perpetrator face the law using the environmental law, using the criminal code of Lagos. The mobile courts sit regularly at our rehabilitation and training center in Ikorodu. We sit to prosecute those beggars that are found wanting.
Yes. And able-bodies.
Able-bodied ones.
Some of them disguised as beggars.
Okay.
But they are not beggars. Some of them carry knife or dangerous weapons. If case not taken at any of the hold up in Lagos State,
they dispossess people of their belongings.
Of their belonging. That's what Lagos State takes upon ourselves as a responsible state to apprehend anyone found.
Please go on.
Anyone found begging or giving harm to be told that, although as rightly said,
yes,
it might not be popularly known in Lagos State, but at the same there's a law guiding against giving and taker.
So if I give arms, I'm actually breaking the law.
That's in Lagos State. Environmental law of 2015.
I don't think people know about this because, we tend to be very spiritual people, and giving arms, the Holy Book also talks about that. Yeah.
That's the essence of us creating the Okubaba.
It's about Okubaba. So it's fully funded by Lagos State government. On quarterly basis, we give them full stop.
Okay.
They empty their septic tanks and etc. We even collaborate with other ministries now to assist them. Minister of Environment, Minister of Education, Minister of Health, and etc. For them to have a meaningful life. To disabuse them from going out to beg.
Okay, so talking about collaboration, I'm going to be throwing this to you. Of course, collaborating. I know there are other agencies of government, and even on the national level, subnational level. Now we have NGOs who are also, invested in war against drug abuse, aiming to rehabilitate people who are already, drug dependent, and also, rehabilitating destitutes and all that. How do you collaborate with these agencies and bodies.
That's why you say you cannot do it alone.
Of course.
Lagos State cannot do it. We are asking them to collaborate with Lagos State government. We have private owned rehabilitation centers.
Yes.
We are working hand in hand together to get this thing done as wanted or as expected. So we are working together with the private home, registered private home rehabilitation centers in the state.
Okay, so they have to be registered.
Yes, definitely.
Legal. Okay,
definitely. Because further to that, we are having a stakeholders meeting.
Okay.
Also with them on registered private homes in the state now, registered private rehab homes in the state, so that we develop a standard operating procedure, so that they will be operating within the ambit of the approval they were given, so that we won't have a situation whereby, like we've seen in time past,
yes,
they will use it as centers to just be extorting ignorant Lagosian, not knowing that they are not even registered, and what they are doing is against the law.
So in such instances, is there
definitely there is a closure? Okay. We close and we prosecute through the police,
and that's also under your purview.
Yes.
Okay, great one. Can we just foray into the challenges your department faces? Are there challenges? Of course, I know chief among these we say.
No, the chief among the challenge. Yes. Sorry, is the issue of influx of people into the state
from other part of the
country. Definitely, yes, the constitution guarantees us right to live anywhere in the nation as a Nigeria.
True.
But the moment you don't have a means of livelihood, and you don't have shelter to stay, and you begin to constitute environmental nuisance on the street, you begin to constitute traffic nuisance on the street, it's a big challenge. If you get to Berger now, stay there. Look at the number of vehicles coming with people that have no means of where they are even going to in Lagos State. Those are challenges. So it will seem as if we are not doing anything as a ministry, but 24 hours, 24/7, every day, every week, our team are always on the street, going after them. But you see them keep coming. It's a challenge. You see them keep coming. It's a challenge. And I was listening to the news yesterday, and FCT was doing something. We were about starting something we were doing in Lagos, that reintegrating, moving them off the street and taking them back to their respective state. It's welcome idea. All the states too should do what Lagos State is doing in social intervention, so that people coming in unnecessarily into Lagos State, if they have the same benefit they can benefit in Lagos, why do they need to come to Lagos? So that's why we beckon on other states too to emulate Lagos in ensuring that their citizens are empowered to have an independent living.
Okay. Mr. Tunji, would you want to weigh in? Challenges
is not, I don't think it's different from what you are just giving. Just that people are abusing the team agenda of social inclusion of Mr. Governor, of coming to Lagos without having a definite place to stay or to do Lagos thing. They don't have any means of livelihood, as rightly said. So that's how they just come to Lagos. Like in the neighboring state now, once they are living close to Lagos, they come to access the medical facility of Lagos State. That's why it's overwhelming. So that's part of challenge we have in Lagos State. And those people that even in Lagos, working in Lagos, they don't have access to that facility.
Have there been instances where perhaps you had an intervention, rehabilitated maybe some destitutes, and then they still went back to the streets?
Yes. When after I said periodically you prosecute them, and then be fined or sent to correctional. After releasing, some of them will say they are going back home. Okay. Well, before you know, they are back on the street.
So in such an instance, what will happen?
Nothing they can do again to take to apprehend them again, take them back to our center.
Okay.
I don't know the reason why they don't want to leave Lagos.
Well, it's left to them. I'm not in their mind, and I would not really know. But of course, I see that your department is doing so much, and it's not a discourse that we would exhaust in one episode. But of course, what message would you like to share with our listeners about your work and the importance of your work? And of course, if you can share with us a few success stories, to writing the episode. Sorry. Okay, you go first.
Okay. The success we're talking about.
Yes.
Because if you look at success story, it's top notch for Lagos State.
Yes.
Because most of the rehabilitees and the drug dependent male, either male or female, some of them they are being referred from their universities that they are taking drugs. They should go through the rehabilitation process.
Yes.
And some of them are finished from the rehabilitation and went back to the school again. I can fully tell you today that most of them they are serving as a youth corper today, and they are doing well.
That's amazing news.
Most of them too, they are in the different working places where we are doing, because we do monitor them, right?
Yes.
Working through the more integration, we do monitor them every time. Then what I would advise the Lagosian that they should collaborate with Lagos State government, because this is what cannot do alone. And then if I tell you, Lagos State is spending much on these social services in Lagos State, because fully funded. The full store.
Okay, all these centers are fully funded by the state government.
Yeah, by state government.
Okay.
Talk of anything. I don't think they lack anything. Not that I'm proud. It's not a proud. It's not a pride either. They are really doing well for Lagos. I want them to cooperate with Lagos State government so that they can have more better life for these people. Because when you're talking of drug dependent, we're talking of rehabilitation. Sometimes some of them it's not they are making. It's the situation of the country that led them to have to be in that kind of a situation. And secondly, I will tell I will advise the Lagosian as well that they should try as much as possible to monitor their children. Most of them they just neglect their children. They don't care about their children. This person is I don't know. I'm not saying stubborn. You understand? Instead of to look for a school closer to your place, we ask you to go to Adegoriola to school. By the time you now come back, he has already mixed up with the gang of drug. Those people that are abusing drug.
So there's a
now
peer
becoming
pressure
now become to Lagos State to assist you. What we are doing, I don't think the federal government is doing it. I don't think the federal government is doing it. It's Lagos is only state in the federation that really care about people, irrespective of who you are.
Okay. Mr. Adegoriola, would you want to weigh in even as we round up?
As we round up, basically the welcoming nature of Lagos has given people opportunity to come to Lagos, whether they have anything to do in Lagos or not. So we just beckon on them. Yes, you can come to Lagos, but stay within the confine of the law. Don't do anything that will break the law. And on the issue of drug abuse, is a menace, is a pandemic. We need to tell ourselves the honest truth. The application we get on a daily basis for people wanting to come into our facility is alarming, and we cannot overstretch the facility we have. So we need to appeal to Lagosians to stay off drug, live a drug-free life. There are other means of coping with pressure. Yes, there are pressure, but there are other means of coping with pressure. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I want to say a big thank you to you, Mr. Otunla Tunji, Deputy Director, Social Welfare Rehabilitation Department. Also, Mr. Beecroft Adegoriola. Quite an amazing time. Of course, Mr. Beecroft Adegoriola is the Deputy Director, Rehabilitation Department, in charge of the Rehabilitation and Vocational Training Center right there at Isheri. It's been an eye-opening session, and I'm sure we'll definitely be talking to you sometime soon. And dear listener, for you out there, thank you for tuning into MYSD Spectrum. Of course, we wrap up today's episode, and we're reminded that rehabilitation and reintegration are crucial steps towards healing and empowerment. The Lagos State Ministry of Youth and Social Development's Rehabilitation Department is working tirelessly to provide support and care to individuals in need. A big thank you to, of course, our executive producer, none other than Mr. Tayo Akonle, for his efforts in bringing this episode to life. My name is Akan Usen. Until next time, thank you for listening to MYSD Spectrum. Let's continue to do better, support each other, and work towards a brighter future for all. Bye for now.